Have you ever checked your bank account and thought, wait, where did my money go? You didn't buy anything crazy, you didn't take a trip, but somehow your account still looks empty. Here's the uncomfortable truth. In 2026, it's not just the things that are expensive, it's that a lot of things aren't worth the price anymore. Today, I'm breaking down 8 everyday expenses quietly draining your money and why cutting these alone can free up hundreds without changing your lifestyle. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You don't need more income to feel stable. You need fewer low value expenses. Once you stop overpaying for convenience, subscriptions, and outdated must haves, your money finally starts working for you instead of against you. This isn't about being cheap, it's about being intentional. So join in and listen up.
In 2026, we're all getting ripped off on everyday purchases, and most people don't even realize it. I'm about to show you 8 things that are absolutely draining your wallet right now. Today we are looking at the vanishing value of 2026, a deep dive into the practical list of 8 expenses where the value proposition has simply disappeared. We're all feeling the pinch, but it's not just about things being expensive, it's about them no longer being worth the cost. First up, fast food. Remember when McDonald's was actually cheap? Those days are dead and buried. You're now paying $15 to $20 for a meal that used to cost $5. That's not a restaurant price for restaurant quality. That's premium pricing for the same mediocre food in a paper bag. The value proposition has completely vanished, yet we keep paying because it's convenient. When the price quadruples but the quality stays stagnant, the value is gone. The broken promise. It isn't cheap anymore. It used to be convenience at a low price, but that's gone. But wait, it gets worse. Second, our sit-down restaurants have become financial black holes. A simple dinner for 2 at a regular chain restaurant now costs $80 to $100 after tip. That's not fine dining, that's Olive Garden. You're spending more on one meal than your parents spent on groceries for a week. When eating out becomes a luxury expense that requires budgeting, something has gone seriously wrong. Third on the list, luxury logos. In 2026, consumers are realizing that paying a massive premium just for a brand name isn't a smart move if the underlying quality doesn't justify the tag. Status spending. People buying expensive watches, designer bags, and luxury cars they can barely afford just to look successful. Actually, wealthy people usually don't do this because they don't need to prove anything. It's people who want to appear wealthy but aren't actually building wealth who fall into this trap. Let us shift to where brand prestige alone is no longer enough to carry the weight of a high price point. Let's talk designer clothing. You can buy a plain white shirt for $10 or pay $200 for the exact same shirt with a logo. Same cotton, probably the same factory. The only difference is a tiny symbol that nobody actually cares about except you. You're literally paying an extra $190 for bragging rights that don't impress anyone. Number 4. Forget about the cost of buying a new car nowadays where the cost drops significantly after you leave the dealership. But that's not new news that brand new cars are financial suicide, and it still continues into 2026. Number 5. The cost of vacations that have become impossibly expensive. Flight prices are insane, hotels are overpriced, and people are putting entire trips on credit cards just to keep up with social media. You're going into debt for a week of photos that'll get 12 likes on Instagram. Travel used to be affordable if you were smart about it. Now even budget options cost more than luxury travel did 5 years ago. Let me interrupt this financial nightmare with some good news. You don't have to participate in this madness. But first, let's finish exposing these money traps. Number 6 are streaming services that are bleeding you dry $10 at a time. Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, HBO Max, Apple TV. You probably have 6 subscriptions totaling $80 monthly. That's nearly $1,000 yearly for television content you barely watch. You use maybe 2 services regularly but keep paying for all of them because you might want to watch something eventually. These have become zombie expenses. Money leaving your account every month for content you aren't even watching. In a year defined by redefining worth, these are some of the first things to go. Cable is even worse. People are still paying $150 monthly for hundreds of channels they never watch. Everything's available streaming now, but they haven't bothered canceling their cable package. It's pure laziness costing them $2,000 annually. Here's another money vampire most people ignore. Number 7. Electronics upgrades every year or two. Your phone works perfectly fine, but the new iPhone has a slightly better camera, so obviously you need it. You're spending $1,000 annually on marginal improvements that don't actually change your life. You're still scrolling social media and texting. The old phone did that just fine. This applies to laptops, tablets, gaming consoles, everything. Companies have mastered making you feel like you need the newest model when your current device works perfectly. If you kept your phone for 5 years instead of upgrading constantly, you'd save thousands that could be invested instead.
But wait, there's more financial damage happening here. Let's go to number 8. People are even financing furniture now, going into debt for a couch that'll be worn out in 5 years. You can find perfectly good furniture at thrift stores or online marketplaces for a fraction of the cost. But people want everything to look Instagram perfect, so they spend thousands they just don't have. The worst part all about this overspending, the solution isn't complicated. Stop buying stuff you don't need. Cook at home more. Keep your car longer. Buy used when possible and cut those unused subscriptions. Keep your phone until it breaks. Buy generic products instead of. Stop trying to look rich and start actually building wealth instead. Companies had figured out they can charge more and people will still pay. So they keep raising the prices. But you have a choice. You can say no. You can stop buying overpriced stuff. You can keep your old phone another year. You can cook dinner instead of going out. Here's the solution. Track your spending for 1 month and you'll be shocked how much goes to stuff that doesn't matter. Most people spending money they don't have on things they don't need end up stressed about money their entire lives, wondering why they can't get ahead despite making decent money. Figure out what you can cut because I guarantee there's something. Usually there's a lot more that money could be doing, something way more useful. So stop paying for that 7th streaming service or 3rd restaurant meal this week, along with overpriced designer clothes. Whether it's food, fashion, or entertainment, 2026 is a year of the value audit. If it doesn't provide the utility or quality to match the price, it's no longer worth your money. People who figure this out early end up financially comfortable later. The ones who don't, well, they end up working until they're 70, wondering where did all their money go? Don't be that second group now.